Okay, everyone, here I am with Shauna and Bob, who are going to be presenting to us at the upcoming Atlanta conference. And they are with a company called ChangeForce. And we're very excited to have them here to talk to us about how we can all work together better at our agencies to grow our agencies and grow our clients and find new business, and how that's maybe a bit of a more participatory role than just one person in the agency. So welcome to both of you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Great.
We're really glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's going to be great to meet together in person as well. So maybe what you could do is just let's talk about, we're going to have you over 2 days, not 2 full days, but over 2 days, both sort of a presentation and then a workshop. So maybe let's just cover that first day, and either one of you, what do you think that the membership are going to be able to take away from our first day together?
Well, I'll kick it off. The first day is going to be really an awareness and self-reflection and kind of a pivot sort of day. We're going to talk about revenue growth and new business as a strategic imperative, not just, oh, let's win 3 new accounts this year. We want you all to think a little more strategically about new business, both in terms of who you pursue, why you pursue them, how you pursue them, and what benefit they really will provide to the agency, both near term and long term. So day one, and it won't be purely a presentation, it's going to be interactive. We're going to have some Q&A and some work sessions blended in, but it's really to alert the network to what do we mean by strategic business development? How is that different from traditional business development? Why does it matter to my agency? And if I believe it matters, what can I do to start moving in that direction?
Great. Say that this also has to do more with getting more people in the agency thinking about business development. And, when we say participate in business development, most of our staff don't want to be called salespeople. Sometimes they even have a negative connotation of salespeople. But business development is more than sales, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think you can really see how the different groups within the organization can contribute to that business development effort. That can help in, that inclusive way of having different ideas, different perspectives and experiences brought to the table. That can also even help in the buy-in and the excitement of the process, and then when you actually do win the pitch. So it is really important for more people than just the people who are in those air quote sales roles to be thinking about business development. That's also, when you talk about business development, there is that net new business development. When you have your account people thinking about business development, they're oftentimes have a mindset of how to help the client see around corners and think ahead and bigger than just what is the scope that I'm currently activating.
And so, would you say for the session itself, if you could sort of estimate a breakdown between net new business and organic growth, are you trying to find a balance, and will you be sharing that with looking more at net new, and how do we participate, have our staff participate in pitches and so forth, or is it more in how to identify opportunities with existing accounts and then those up to be turned into statements of work?
Let me reframe that as the answer, but the question was posed. We think that the distinction between organic growth and net new is a little artificial. We think that agencies need to think about which are the prospects, whether they're currently on my roster or not, who we really want to have or expand, and how do we do that? At the same time, how do we avoid wasting our time by pursuing opportunities that are not either winnable, or even if we can win them, aren't really going to enhance the vitality and long-term sustainability of our numbers and of our people. So the processes that we'll talk about on Tuesday, and then we'll help you put into action on Wednesday, are easily applied to any revenue growth opportunity. Now, it's up to you at some point to come up with a decision as to how much of my effort and my time do I want to put into net new versus organic growth. And there's always an argument to say that organic growth should be your priority. But what we're going to be providing is going to be independent of that decision.
And so let's talk just briefly, because I don't want to take too much of our time here. Plus, I don't want to like give everything away because we need people to be in Atlanta. But on the second day, we have our workshop. Do you have an idea of what the structure of that might be, or are we a little early for that part of the conversation?
Oh, no, we've got that pretty well established in our minds. And we've done this before. Having the opportunity on Tuesday to lay out for the group what strategic business development really looks like and the pivots that they may have to make in order to become more strategic. We will use Wednesday as a launching point to actually begin developing those activities that each agency will want to adopt. So Shauna and myself will be working with those who come to the Wednesday morning session. And you'll also be working with each other in team environment to actually begin building these plans, at least identifying the steps you'll have to take. So you'll be off to a running start in becoming more strategic and intentional by the time you break for lunch on Wednesday.
Very good. Shauna, what's one thing that you hope that people will come away with from the session and be excited? We are one of the last things that we will be doing before we all head back to our offices. What do you hope people are inspired to do when they get back?
We hope that people are inspired to be thinking about strategic growth is actually healthy growth. So it's a bit of a mind shift. And so people may say, well, we're strategic in the way we do business development. And so people are able to feel set up for success coming out of the first session and that workshop that Bob just talked about. And they're actually excited to take a new approach where they're thinking through the lens of it's not just growth, it's healthy growth. So I feel really confident in the steps that we're going to be taking. And that's really what we're hoping people do come out of it, feeling that boost of confidence. And I think especially during this time of year where there's that mixture of, oh, I got to crank through the end of the year, and how am I setting myself up for success for the pipeline for next year? So to give a sense of calm and confidence in that process is really what we're hoping for.
That sounds great. Well, before I let you go, I do need to ask one question of Rob. Is that a late 80s Fender Precision bass or an early 90s Fender Precision bass?
Well, it's a 2023 Fender Precision bass. Now,
oh, really? Okay.
When it was actually built, I'm not quite sure, but it's new to my world.
Well, it might change your world. They changed mine, and hopefully that's my retirement gig right there.
All right, well, bring your axe with you down to Atlanta. We'll jam.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Maybe that'll be the afternoon session on Wednesday after everybody leaves.
Well, I'm thinking after drinks on Tuesday might be more appropriate.
There you go. I'm looking forward to seeing you both. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing your expertise with everyone.
Likewise, thank you.
Thank you.